Alright guys, we are back today with the Maverick here, and we are going to be installing a Gator tri-fold hard cover. So, we actually had this cover on order for quite a while. This was been on order for about, 2.5 months now, and they finally got it shipped and made and all that stuff, and just in time for the new truck right here. So, we're going to go ahead and install this. So, right here is going to be the cover that we do have. I assume that's probably the model number for the part. So once you get it all opened up here, you are greeted with some packaging, of course. So this is going to be, looks like the rails and all that stuff, but let's get it opened up a little bit more and kind of see what we have here. About 100 pounds or so. Looks like this little cover and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put the camera down, get this opened up, take a look at the instructions, and just kind of give you guys a more or less of a step-by-step, and I'll show you how to install the Gator cover. This cover was, I believe at the time, a little over $750. I think that now this is around, it's a little over, I think it's around $850 right now on the website. This came from realtruck.com. So, it's not a small chunk of change. I could have definitely purchased a Tonneau, a cheaper Tonneau cover, like a tarp style, but big fan of the hard folding covers. Obviously, they're more secure. And I do believe this one should sit flat with the rails right here. I'm not too big of a fan of the covers sitting up, an inch or so, but so hopefully that'll look nice and clean. It'll give it a nice good look, but let's go ahead and get started. Get some gaskets and all the other material and clamps, so we can get this big box out of the way. So hopefully these instructions are good. I know this is a new truck, it's a new part, so hopefully everything goes good. I would assume it's just like any other truck out there, just on a smaller scale, which is good because these things are insanely heavy, but this is not even that heavy. I don't know why they boxed at 100 pounds. This definitely is not 100 pounds, but just open it up real fast. We can extend it here. I don't know how this works quite yet, but it looks like to be like a nice gloss black cover, nice and hard. So that's exactly what we want. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up now, read some instructions here, and I'll update you guys. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get the bulkhead over here all foamed off. If you have a drop-in liner, skip this step, but if you are kind of exposed and bare like this, go ahead and put the foam strip down. Of course, if you saw in the time lapse here, we did wipe it down with alcohol. You want to make sure this stuff sticks because this is going to be on for probably the life of the truck. So prep is always key. So now you're going to take your rails. We're going to put them in the truck with the bed closed, so we're going to organize all this, but we're going to unwrap our rails here. This is what the cover itself is going to rest on. So when we turn it over, we're going to have indications of a left side and a right side, obviously right side. So we're going to go ahead and lay these in the truck, get everything all laid out, and I'll set you up and kind of go at it there. so as you can see there, what we just did in the little time lapse, we basically put the rails on the side. So as far as that goes, it was pretty easy, honestly. It's a little tedious, definitely a one-person job. Obviously, if you had another set of hands, it'd make it that much easier just to kind of balance everything. But being that the trunk is, you know, kind of short, it's easy to do. I used the stool, but then I figured I didn't need the stool. So, but like I said, you're gonna get your first clamp situated. You're gonna have them, you know, probably do them on each side. Do this clamp and then do that clamp, this clamp, that clamp. That way you can measure, make sure they are perfect on each side. Just, you know, just to be safe and have it done properly. That way all the variables are the same. So you're gonna butt this right up to the front, get this taped down, and then you're gonna take your clamp and clamp it down in just like that. So when these clamps lock together, they're gonna go in like that. That's how they lock together. So as you can see, that one's locked in there, just like that side is. And it's gonna be a 14mm bolt if you're using this kit. So far it's pretty straightforward, guys. So I'm gonna set you back up. We're gonna put the rest of the clamps on. You don't wanna watch me do this. It's kind of tedious. These things move all over the place. Like I said, it's a little tedious, but it's something that I think so far, just me, I was a little intimidated at first, but now, I mean, we're halfway done. So with all that being said, let's go finish this up and we'll get to the next step. We got our sliders on, our bed rail right here. They're all done. They are all spaced out evenly. This is about 7 inches from the tailgate right there, and those are just about even on both sides. So when you go to clamp them down, make sure you snug them down real nice. They shouldn't move at all. So we're gonna go over to the next step now, and that is going to take us right over here to the bed cover. So this right here, so when you want to fold it down halfway, you can clamp your strap right here so it doesn't fly open. So when you have it like, you know, halfway open, you can adjust this right here, clip it here so your bed stays flat. Little latch right here, and we're going to put it towards the back. So obviously you don't want it facing towards the glass because, you know, you're not going to be, your strap's this way. So you're going to take these little screw threads, and you're going to take the screw, put it through the top. There's no threads in here on the bed cover, so you're going to use this. You're going to stick it through down here, and just drop your threaded screw right on top of that. And it should start going. And just do that to same to the other side. Guys, let me say, I was on the intimidated side about installing this. I've never done this before, so I just didn't know what to expect, but man, please don't pay anybody to do this job. This is so easy, so easy. And I think the video so far is pretty transparent, so even at that, the instructions are really good. So guys, with all of that, I mean, like I said, this is going flawless right now. So once you get it installed, you should have something that looks like this. Yep. So let's go ahead and go to the next step. I believe we're going to start throwing this on now. Other side, we pretty much got the main part of the cover, which actually secures the cover itself to this bed rail, pretty much through this metal plate right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the screw right here. We've got a handle. It's gonna go underneath here like that once we get the bolts, the threads through. So we're gonna go ahead and stick our bolt right here you can see, you can't really miss it. Drop it right down in there. And now there's a piece of sound insulation or anti-vibration material under there, which we'll have to get out of the way and pretty much just set up so we can get the bolt to go through, but we still want to set that insulation material between the cover and the metal plate right here. So see, we'll lift up a little bit and get it, but I wanted to sit you down for a moment here. So we got the threads through, just like this, as you can see right there. We're going to take our rubber washer side right here and put it up, just like that. And then we're gonna put our little knob on it and tighten it up. I'm going to tighten it all the way now because we want to now get out of here and we want to align everything to verify it all fits. So as far as fitment goes, we're going to shut our tailgate and make sure there's not a gap up front between the glass and there's not a gap right here. So before we tighten anything, we're going to fold it down, which compared to a full-size truck cover, this thing is super light. So good quality so far, I'm noticing. So let's see, we get a little gator right there. But right off the bat, I'd slide this up to get this gasket over the foam right here. So a little bit of fine adjusting, but you get the point. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll show you the finished product, but just check it out. I mean, it's nice and flat, not too shiny. It just looks right. It just looks very clean. It's a good look. So now pretty much the last and final step is going to be putting some foam pads right here, so when you tilt the cover up, it doesn't rest against your paint or your plastic and you don't get that contact and you're gonna get scratches. So we're gonna rip this thing off right here, stick it on just like this. And now, when we fold our cover up, we have somewhat of protection right there. So there that is. And now you can put one in the center, but I don't see a point in putting one in the center because, well, this works. So, yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Now, there's one little thing I forgot to do, which is putting in the drain tubes. They're a little harder to get at, and they're hard to kind of stick in the cover back there, but if you're going this far with it, you can figure it out for yourself. I'm done crawling around in the back of this thing. It took about, I don't know, an hour to do between trying to make the video and all that stuff. So you can probably do it in about 45 minutes, really. Not a bad little job. So you guys, here it is. The next thing we're gonna do to the bed is we're gonna do some tailgate carpet. I don't want to spray in bed liner. So I'm gonna do some tailgate carpet, and I do have some cubbies on order from Ford. So all in all, I mean, we've done quite a bit to this bed configuration. I think it turned out really good. So let's go ahead and give it a close. Like I said, this is all being done with one hand. So everything is super light. And honestly, this is a very high quality top. And this was actually one of the cheaper tops that I bought. So this is one of the cheaper hard folding covers. I don't know why that latch isn't going in right there, but we'll see what we got to do here. So so our foam is kind of in the way right there. So I'm gonna have to cut that up with a knife, but I'm not gonna put that in the video, guys. You get the point, but be careful when you put this foam down. Make sure you put it maybe over to the right a little bit more. So I think the other side is the same way. So yeah, guys, with all that being said, thank you for watching. Hope this video helped you out. Highly recommend the Gator cover. I will put a link in the description to the exact one we put on. And usual, guys, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.